What the hell is going on in Texas right now? You may have been hearing a lot about Democrats fleeing the state, breaking quorum. If you know me, then you know I'm usually first in line to criticize Dems, but what they're doing right now is pretty commendable. Not only are they on the run, which they shouldn't have to be, they're risking huge fines and arrest in order to try to safeguard and protect what little bits of democracy we have left in this country. And don't forget, this all started and continues with Texas Republicans holding disaster relief and aid hostage from their own constituents. Literally so they can just more easily ignore the will of their constituents. No part of this equation actually benefits the people of Texas. You know how they keep saying don't make it political and then turn around and make it political in the most cruel and twisted ways? Yeah. So with Greg Abbott imposing like a deadline of 3 p.m. today, there's going to be a lot happening. So let me just explain the basics to you in case you're confused. As I explained last week, Texas Republicans are trying to redraw the Texas district map in order to further gerrymander it when it was already very gerrymandered. They're trying to get 5 more seats in Congress for Republicans. It's almost like they know that everything they're doing is unpopular and harmful, and they need to rig the system even more than they already have to keep their power. It's also worth noting that redistricting happens every 10 years, but the last redistricting happened 5 years ago. This is something that they are going out of their way to do. And if that's not bad enough, they did it during a special legislative session that was convened to deal with all the flooding and the necessary disaster relief. Basically, they're holding disaster relief and aid and help for Texans hostage to rig the district map even further. So why did Democrats flee the state? They're trying to do a thing called breaking quorum. Quorum is the minimum number of members required for there to be legislative action taken, like voting on bills. The Texas House needs 2/3 of its members present, or 100 people. There are currently 88 Republicans and 62 Democrats, so they need at least 12 Democrats there. And the Texas Senate also needs 2/3, or 21 members. There are 19 Republicans and 11 Democrats in the Texas Senate, so they need at least 2 Democrats there. Greg Abbott released a statement to threaten them, including calling them felons, which isn't actually a thing, but we know how the right likes to deal with their political enemies. And ironically, he starts it by saying, real Texans do not run from a fight. Really? Have you asked Fled Cruz yet? Also incredibly bold words coming from a party that's literally trying to rig it so that there's not that much of a fight when they try to maintain and take even more control right now. Like, that's what you're doing. You're not just running from a fight. You're trying to make it so that your opponent's hands are tied behind their back. If you're such a fighter, make the arena fair. The reason that they're holding that aid hostage is to undermine democracy. This is how that reinforcement continues to happen. Always keep an eye out, because the more desperate people are, the easier it is to get them to sign away their rights.